Hey, what is going on, good people? And welcome back to some more Ace Attorney Chronicles. Oh yeah, we're still upside down, so let's jump in. Come on then, what's going on? I think we still have some investigation to finish off in here first, don't we? Let's carry on examining what we can in this cabin while we wait for a chance to slip next door. No, I thought we did it all. Good idea. Oh yeah, still got to get out of these cuffs. Situation doesn't look good for me, but there are still things I can do to help myself, and I owe it to Kazuma to do everything I can to find a way out of this, and bring the real culprit to justice. Ah, a second geezer. Yeah, maybe we are just going straight into the next section then. Phew, is something wrong? No. It's just that crewman standing by the door. I can't help feeling like I've seen him somewhere before. Oh yes, you're right. He does look familiar. Excuse me, sir. Yes? What can I do for you? What? Isn't that the waiter? I recognise that face, but it can't be. Yep, confirmed. It is! I didn't know you were here, Inspector. Oh, yeah, it was randomly American or whatever. Hello again. What are you doing here? I think that should be my line. I was so stunned when I saw you, my heart stopped. Nearly stopped, I hope. I received some special orders to go undercover as a member of the crew on board this ship. Again? You certainly seem to enjoy undercover work, Inspector. Was he bowing? If there's anything I can do to help you, please ask. I never expected to see this man on board, but perhaps his presence can help me out of this hopeless situation. I suppose we'll chat to him. Special orders. So what are your special orders this time, Inspector? Yes, and why are you dressed as a member of the crew? That's how you go undercover, baby. Such a formal cop. I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. I take full responsibility. What? He killed Kazuma? For what? My orders were to act as his bodyguard. It was Minister of Justice Jigoku who pushed for this overseas study tour to go ahead. And he entrusted me with ensuring that he reached Great Britain without being assassinated. What? Assassinated? How could that even have been a possibility? I'm not sure, but these are complicated times. There are tensions between the world's greatest powers. The minister said we should be prepared for all eventualities. This is incredible. I don't believe it. Kazuma was assassinated? Oh yeah, do we know how he died yet? We don't have a, Oh yeah, the snake. But we don't have a, what do you call it, post-mortem report or autopsy results, whatever they call it in this game. Obviously, we couldn't give him a visible security escort. Which is why I'm undercover now, posing as one of the crew. I see. And I didn't take my eyes off him the entire time we've been on board, from morning until night, every day. But I never imagined it would happen here, inside his own cabin, not here on the first-class deck. Damn. Shame he died so soon. He was quite helpful in the old court. I failed miserably at my assignment, and he's dead as a result. I'm a disgrace. Don't bow after that. I suppose if you're apologising, it makes sense. All I can do is humbly apologize. Inspector? So if there's anything at all that I can do to help now, just say the word. Alright. Give me that permission. And take these cuffs off me. We're doing what we can to investigate Kazuma's death ourselves. I thought you might be. You didn't do it, did you? You're not the killer? Of course not.
We'd really like to investigate the cabin next door.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, so we need to be allowed out of this cabin. No, don't look sad. I'm sorry. What? You've been deemed a risk to the ship's safety. If you move to even touch the handle of the cabin door, that stormy looking seaman there would surely snap your neck in two. Damn, Zangief style, hell yeah. I suppose I'm not just a stowaway now, they think I'm a murderer as well. Would it be possible to give me something to work with, do you think? I'm gonna need something persuasive. Ah, persuasive evidence that we definitely weren't the killer, I guess. Ah, no, just a reason why we could investigate next door. Cool. Well, it's got to be something to do with the ventilator or whatever, right? If I had a solid reason why the next door cabin should be investigated, for example, I'd do everything I could to persuade the captain to allow it. Really, I'd lay my life on the line if I had to. But I don't see how.
There may be a way.
What? Really?
Think of how you tried to persuade me of your innocence. By presenting me...
Oh, yeah. Cool. Evidence? Mate, you just defended yourself in court. Why is he well clueless? It's just the same as court, alright. Yeah, got ya. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Now, we probably don't have any lives during the non-court section, so I guess we won't save. Alright, mate, I get it. So just present, I guess? Same thing, maybe. Ah. Yeah, there's definitely a few things we haven't, Well, just try them all. What? We can't present? Ah, you got to gimmick it this way. Fair enough. No! I press the examine button. I ain't reading all this. Shut up. Shut up. Insert that, what was her name, Miss Brett clip. Shut up! Wash dishes until I was on death's door? What are you on about? Present it. There we are. Ah, this is the paper seal that was stuck over the wardrobe doors this morning, isn't it? That's right, to try and stop the cabin steward opening it up and discovering me. Wouldn't it have been better to write it in English if he didn't know Russian? Maybe, but Ofuda paper armlets like this are a part of our culture, Inspector. And I thought if I made it look creepy enough, people would be too scared to want to look inside. Why's he sweating? It isn't easy being a stowaway, is it? What? He just chats about it? Alright, fair enough. Speckled band. Okay, the music stopped, so maybe this is it. What's that? It's Kazuma's diary.
Just before he died, Kazuma wrote something rather strange in his diary.
What's this tune? Is that her tune? Oh, it must be some sort of, you know, like I've got a hunch detective thing. Strange in what way?
He wrote, "What looks like some kind of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill."
Aha, yeah, we got it. A speckled band, that is strange. Yeah, we're still trying to work out what he meant by that, but what I'd like to know is... Don't tell me, the ventilator, is it?
You're very astute, Inspector.
Yeah, we should have gave that a tug earlier. That ventilator clearly joins to the next door cabin. That's right, so if we could investigate in there, we might be able to work out what the speckled band was. It was a 75-foot snake. Alright then. I can't leave this cabin at the moment. I'm stuck here until we arrive at the next port. The captain has given me strict orders to guard the scene of the crime, you see. I'll have to entrust the investigation to you. Oh, no way. So that guy's not going to break us anymore?
Really? You're willing to do that?
Yeah, as long as you don't leave the first-class cabin area. I'm afraid I can't remove those handcuffs, though. Yeah, at least we're allowed to stretch the legs a bit. What about the captain? Aren't you going against his direct orders? That's fine, I'll just cough up blood till I died and I can't get in trouble. I'm a man of my word. Thought he was giving the old finger salute there. And I promise you that I'll lay my life on the line if that's what it takes to convince the captain. After all, I failed to keep him safe. This is the least I can do.
Thanks. Let's seize the moment then.
Oh yeah, alright, whatever.
Move? What's that?
Okay, so often, if you present people stuff, you can get new pieces of, evidence for the court record, but we might be done here. We should probably have a look through though, just in case. Unless we talk. Has he got any new? No. Right, apologies, but best rule it out now, otherwise we might get to some crossroads where we're just like, I've no idea what to do, I've done everything to everyone, and then it would just be this guy in an area we never thought we'd ever have to revisit. So come on then, let's get through. Have you seen this photograph yet, Inspector? No, don't die now. Suspicious.
Oh dear, are you alright, Inspector?
Yeah, sorry, I'm fine. I was hoping to hide my upset with a fit of coughing and spluttering. I'm usually very good at it, but trying to stifle my feelings seems to have stifled my cough this time.
It's all so sad.
He was such a promising young man. The Empire had such high hopes for him. I had such high hopes for him, even though I'm just a detective. Alright, let's leave it there. We're all gonna miss you, Kazuma. Hey, nice. Good timing to wrap that up. Can I show you this newspaper, Inspector? I'm sorry, but I can't read Russian very well. Oh no, that's alright. I know what it says. So you just wanted to point out your university-level linguistic talents, is that it? Sorry? Nothing like me with my regular schooling. You're something much greater. Is that what you were trying to say? Sorry, forget I mentioned it. Oops, what's going on there? Russian newspaper, right, so that's going to be the same thing, I would imagine. No. Just in case. Oh, yeah, get mashing. Come on, baby. So after he points that out, you just get another Russian newspaper out. Like, what about this one, sucker? Alright, let's move out. First class passageway. Progression, we like that. 9th of January, 7:48. Like a typewriter, I can dig that. Whew, I'm finally out of that cabin. Ring that bell immediately. I have to admit, this isn't quite what I was expecting. It's less spacious out here than I thought it would be. And this is the most luxurious accommodation. Hey, is that a mousetrap? Examine that immediately.
Yes, indeed. Kazuma was being sent on this study tour by the government. That's why he was being put up in a first-class cabin.
Hell yeah, good old government.
Even still, this is about twice as large as my accommodation in steerage.
Really? That must be awful. What? Ah, that'll be the old... Well, I was going to say point of no return, but we can't actually go through there, I'd imagine. Oh, look over there. That's another crewman keeping watch. And he looks enormous, even if he is sitting down.
The door next to him leads to the second-class accommodation. I suppose he's making sure that no one comes in here who shouldn't.
I suppose. Like people in handcuffs.
You look like a little boy visiting a toy shop for the first time. I would have thought you'd be used to the ship by now. We've been at sea for 2 weeks already.
Yeah, I've been shut in a wardrobe. Yeah, I know, but the thing is, I was inside Kazuma's trunk when I first came aboard. And ever since then, I've been shut up inside that little wardrobe.
It must have been a very trying time for you.
Please don't give me that pitying look. Sweet. Oh, you got to examine before you can, Yeah, there we are. Give me that right now.
Ah, a trap for catching mice.
Yeah, we got plenty of those back home in Japan. Although they seem to be using a lump of chalk or something as bait. Chalk?
Let me see. Yes, I think that's what is called cheese. It's made from the milk of cows.
Delicious. Cheese? I wonder what that tastes like.
You can't eat it. The trap will snap shut on your fingers.
Really? But... Ah, I suppose you're right.
You weren't actually going to try it, were you?
All I've had to eat the past couple of weeks is Kazuma's leftovers. You don't know how hungry I've been in that wardrobe.
Poor you. I'll find a little snack for you later.
But I'm hungry now, damn it. What, we don't even add this to the court record or anything? It's bell time, let's go. What do you think this is? It's a very pleasing shape, isn't it? Looks like a boob.
That's the emergency alarm. It's probably best not to touch it.
Oh, an alarm.
It says press only in times of emergency. It looks as though it sets alarm bells ringing all over the ship and brings the vessel to a complete stop.
Well, that sounds like we might potentially need to use that at some point. Oh, this I have to see.
What are you doing? You mustn't touch it.
But this is an emergency situation. Just look at these handcuffs.
You know full well that's not what the alarm is for. If you were to bring this vessel to a standstill for no good reason, you'd be in an even worse situation.
Man, apologies. I'm not used to doing a girl's voice. I wish everything would just stop. This ship included.
If you have to do something foolish, at least make it something that doesn't affect anyone else.
Yeah, good shout. What about the sign? Ah, nothing. Right, back we go. What's in the blue book, baby? That's a huge book on top of the table there, and there's a pen next to it.
Yes, that looks like the ship's log.
Should we have a little look through it? Is that allowed for passengers to just do that?
The writing is so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded.
You wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting. And nothing. No reaction at all. I thought you might appreciate the compliment.
I'm not sure that rough and ready is much of a compliment, even to a sailor. Anyway, last night's log is mostly blank. Presumably that means there was nothing to report.
Okay. Probably no point in examining him, but you never know. Excuse me, but could I ask you something? Why's his face all striped? You little stowaway murderer! That wasn't a good start, was it?
All right, let me try instead. Good day, Mr. Sailor. I'm so sorry to trouble you, but could I perhaps ask something of you?
You little third-class lady's maid?
Oh, We seem to have caught this sailor on a bad day.
I am not sailor. My mother gave me name.
Was he talk like Hulk?
I am senior crewman Biff Stroganoff.
Ooh, the best thing is just to avoid eye contact, I think. Ah, alright, this did lead into a chat. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Stroganoff, about this first-class cabin area.
Here we are in finest part of Booyah steamship for very important persons.
What sort of very important persons?
Government officials, kings and queens travelling in secret, many important persons. That is why I'm always guarding this place.
Gosh, that's amazing.
But somehow I let stupid stowaway inside. I want to pick you up and throw you in ocean, but Stroganoff is not animal.
Thank you? If I may, I was wondering, is the cabin next to his currently occupied?
Da!
Did you understand that? It's the Russian for yes. Yeah, it sounded like da. I think it's probably Russian for yes. Or no. No, that's niet. Genius.
It is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation.
Well, it sounds like there is somebody in the next door cabin at least.
Ah, another suspect.
Yes, it's tantalizing. Okay, let's try the old last night first. There, are you on watch here all the time?
Da, all time. So criminals like you cannot come in or get out. Mortal Kombat criminal.
I wonder, could you tell us anything about last night at all?
It is sad about student boy.
Were you on watch last night as well?
Of course.
Wait, why did he hesitate a bit there? And did you notice anything at the time? Anything unusual? Oh man, he got angry.
Het.
Yeah. Did you understand that? It was clearly a no. Okay.
I saw nothing unusual, nothing at all.
And you didn't hear any strange noises or sense anything was wrong in some way?
I said no.
Sorry. I'm not so sure. I could have sworn that he wouldn't catch my eye for a moment there. Wait, weren't we avoiding eye contact? Could you tell us who's travelling in the cabin next to his? Damn, is it not in the ship's log, no?
His name is Mr. Grimesby Roylott. He is very important Western gentleman.
A Western gentleman?
Do not think about it. He has nothing to do with murder of student boy.
How can you be so sure about that?
Mr. Roylott is authentic Western gentleman. Such a man would have no interest in lowly student from insignificant Far East Islands.
That was harsh. Could you tell us when he came aboard?
That is not your business.
Come to think of it, even though we've been at sea for 2 weeks now, and I've been in Kazuma's cabin the entire time, I've never once heard anything from the next door cabin, or even felt like there's anyone there. Okay. Well, presumably since this gentleman is occupying one of the first-class cabins, he must be rather important, is that right?
That is not your business.
Okay, getting nowhere fast.
This is enough. I cannot say more now.
Oh.
It is time for me to report to Captain. You must return to cabin.
Okay, so while he turns his back, we go in next prayer's room.
Good job.
Yes, alright.
Bulkhead to second class area is staying locked at all times. You escape when the lobster whistles on top of the mountain. Or as English say, when the pigs fly. Yep, I understand.
Good. Now we can investigate this area properly, shall we?
Definitely.
Let me in. What if we examine his chair? That do anything for you?
No. Potentially something fell out of his pocket or whatever.
Maybe we examine the door first.
What? This looks like a plan of the SS Booyah. It shows each deck. Look. The Booyah
Is a large scale steamship with a triple-skinned hull. What a marvel of engineering.
Well, it's been playing on my mind for a while now, actually, but how is it that such a huge lump of metal doesn't just sink into the bottom of the ocean?
Oh, that's really quite simple.
It is?
Well, consider the Japanese archipelago.
The islands of Japan?
Yes, they're not metal, but they are enormous lumps of earth, many, many times larger than this ship. And they don't sink, do they? They've been floating happily on the sea since the gods created them.
Well, I suppose so. Right. Tasty. This is it. This is the cabin next to ours, the one the ventilator connects to.
Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma wrote that he saw a speckled band emerging.
Maybe whoever's in this cabin can help solve that particular mystery. Let's ask. Knock knock. Give it a kick.
No answer.
Try again. Could be asleep.
We're out of luck, it seems. There's no one in there to help with our inquiries.
Then kick the door. Ah! What was that?
It came from inside the cabin. Such a high-pitched scream. It must have been a woman.
Oh man, tense tune. Let's go. Stand aside. Do it. Yeah. Love this tune. I'm about to break the door down.
Mr. Sholmes?
I shan't be stopped. When the fit is on me, I revel in kicking doors off their hinges. Man, this assfool.
Please wait, Mr. Sholmes. The door doesn't appear to be bolted.
It doesn't? Then how the deuce can I dispatch this muscular urge? What, pray, can I kick? I think we should go in. There's no time to think about stress relief. Damn, should have saved there. Can we save here? Doesn't give you a time. Interesting. Right, guys, we are going to leave it there. A cheeky little cliffhanger. So let's get the save on. Of course, you may see some popping up videos if you want to see some slightly different action on the channel. Check that out if you want. And if you've missed anything, catch up. And as always, guys, I hope you're well. Thanks for watching, and see you again next time, where we go inside the room.